Xander Zayas was 180 pounds on fight night. And it didn't matter. Let's talk.
Push the weight and now flex. Alive is more than the six. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the Mighty LDVC. Listen, I'm still on this. Because I already know what y'all about to do. So what I'm doing is I'm just getting ahead of the game. I'm going to disarm you every time because I'm already reading things. You know, first it was, great fight. Yeah, it was a great fight for Boots. Now I'm reading that this kid was too green. Meanwhile, he was the unified champion. He had 2 belts. I asked you guys, I heard that Sebastian Fundora ducked him. Right? So I asked you guys, I said, did I hear that correctly? I could be wrong. Could somebody research that and correct me if I'm wrong? And no one has. Like 2,000 people watched my last video and no one corrected me. So I'm going to take it as true. All right. I also pointed out that this kid is a weight bully because when no one from Devin Haney's list was willing to step up to the plate and get this done, he entertained for 2 seconds going to 54. He said, man, I might as well go to 54 and face Xander Zayas. And Xander Zayas is on record saying, man, I was going to walk through Devin Haney. Well, you're supposed to say that, man. Pop your stuff, man. That's cool. Then he said, I was going to come in at 180 pounds. And I just looked at that and I said, okay, I didn't have a problem with that. But then I looked around for about a week and no one said anything about a weight bully. I said, wow, this is amazing. This is amazing. Xander said, I'm coming in at 180 pounds versus Devin Haney if we was going to fight. That's what he said. And I just looked around and I peeped around some of the hater channels and I said, this is so odd that nobody has an issue with that. Wow. You know who else didn't have an issue with it? Devin. What did Devin say? When he said that, what did Devin say? Oh, no, if I sign you, if I go to 54, we're going to have a rehydration clause. He never said that. Never said that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to break the Ryan Garcia glass. As a matter of fact, when he fought Ryan, they made the fight happen. Do you know why? Because Devin's like that. They had to restructure the contract so that 3 pounds that Ryan could not shave off, even though he ran and got Scooter, and Scooter is on record saying, we were on par to make the weight. Ryan said, we're going to stop right here. You know, the 3 pounds that Floyd Mayweather told Ryan, yo, come in 3 pounds over. He absolutely told him that. Because when Cameron asked him, hey, Floyd, did you tell Ryan Garcia to come in 3 pounds over at the weigh-in? And what did Floyd say? Like I said before, I can't say anything here because I'll F around and catch a lawsuit. You know what he didn't say? He didn't say no. He didn't say no. All right? So he absolutely did say that. He did tell Ryan to do that. And guess what? I was there that night. Ryan was every bit of 175 to 180 pounds. Devin may as well have been in there with David Benavidez that night. Crazy stuff, right? But I never heard Devin complain about weight. Never did. You know, so now we get in action with this, hopefully with this Tank Davis thing, and Al Heyman's talking about January 2027. All right, cool. But anyway, this is about Xander and being a weight bully. Devin didn't complain when he said I was going to come in at 180. He didn't say nothing. Everyone else is talking about weight. So word on the curb is, on fight night, Xander was around 180 pounds. Now, I don't know what Boots' weight was. I don't know. But it didn't matter. Didn't matter. Because we saw what we saw, right? I saw uppercuts, saw right hooks. I can't unsee the body shots that slowed him right up. Y'all see that nice uppercut that Boots threw from Philadelphia and he brought that uppercut from Philly all the way to Brooklyn and bounced it off of Xander Zayas' jaw and sent him flailing to the canvas. You know, I can't unsee any of that. But y'all are neglecting the body shots that set everything up. Took the air right out of the damn tires, didn't he? So if he was going to come in at 180 versus Devin, what makes you think he was going to come in at 180 versus Boots? And I'm just telling you, you could look at it. Xander's visibly the bigger guy. It didn't matter. Didn't matter. And salute to Xander because, you know, he didn't pop dirty. You know, no drugs. He gave Boots his props. And he said, hey, man, he's not a stationary fighter. You know, I knew that. You know, I guess Xander thought, you know, Boots was going to, like, not move, but he did. And even in round 3, when he stood in the pocket, yeah, you know, Boots got a little buzz. But he stood there and went blow for blow with you. And he was a better guy. Boots showed you that he was a effing animal in there. So, yeah, he was 180 pounds. That's what I'm hearing. If y'all hear something else, let me know. But he was clearly the bigger guy. And I'm telling you, it did not matter. You understand? And shout out to Xander. You know, he's not on no Ostarine that we know about, no Nandrolone. He's not on any of that stuff. You know what I'm talking about? He's not on any of that stuff. So, yeah. 180 pounds he was. This is what I'm hearing. And nothing else mattered. Shout out to Metallica. You know, it didn't matter. I mean, it was crazy, man. Didn't Xander's head look like... You know, there's just something about when a fighter has a lot of hair and then they get popped in their head and their hair start doing the Macarena. Boots hit him with the uppercut. Hey, Macarena. All right. All right. Oh, my God. Bang, bang, bang.
¡Ah! ¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
I can't unsee the punches to the head. I can't unsee that. And no, this kid was not green. He's a unified champion and Fundora ducked him. That's what I was told. That's what I was told. If I'm wrong on that, I asked y'all, send me the link. But you know what? I'm starting to believe it because guess who just ducked Boots? I just heard that today. I'm like, why is Sebastian Fundora fighting some dude I never heard of? Meanwhile, Boots got 2 belts. What is Fundora trying to do? I'll tell you what he's trying to do. Not lose. Speaking of Fundora, go get it back in blood with Brian Mendoza, who made you quit, Sebastian. Yeah. That's another guy that got knocked on his ass and could have got up off the floor, but chose not to. I watched it. Go back and look at it. He sat up. He looked at the ref and said, nope, not today. Just like Xander did. Knocked down 3 times. He looked at the ref and said, nope, not today. But y'all want to give all these kids credit for being warriors. But when Devin fought a racist drug cheat, he went 12. And overweight, something that they didn't agree to. So Devin put in the work. All camp long made weight. Ryan did not. Then came in big, right? Came in on drugs and blamed everybody but himself. And that's the guy you like? That's great. So don't ever in your life ask me why I'm taking this route. I'm going to stick this to y'all. This cat came in at 180 pounds. Boots said, hold my tecate. and pinballed this kid's head. But shout out to Xander, right? Yeah, heart, mind, behind, man. This dude quit. But I want to see what he does next. I want to see what he does next. 180 didn't matter. Didn't matter. Boots didn't say, hey, man, rehydration clause. Didn't matter. Right. Before you clowns say, well, what was going on with Devin and Ryan? Nope. They didn't agree to that. Ryan came in overweight on drugs, and they had to restructure the contract the day before the fight so that the fight could even happen. So Devin's maintaining weight for the whole camp. Ryan didn't bother. He's drinking, he's smoking, and he was on Ostarine and Nandrolone, by the way. Happens in the same building. Don't tell me about Xander's eyes' heart. He quit. He got knocked down 3 times and quit. 180 pounds didn't matter. Shout out to Boots. Bronx on deck.
Move!